opportunity at work and the Ad Council.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 11 o'clock.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby. Brought to you by Rain-X.
Illinois State Police are assisting with the death investigation in Cairo. Authorities say a 48-year-old woman was found deceased inside of a home on Elm Street Saturday. The Crime Scene Investigations Unit and Division of Criminal Investigation were called in to help Cairo police. No additional details have been released and the investigation remains ongoing. More than 1.7 million Illinois adults could soon have their nonviolent criminal records sealed automatically. Governor J.B. Pritzker has signed the Clean Slate Act, which streamlines the sealing process without requiring individuals to apply. Supporters say the law removes barriers to jobs and housing while serious violent crimes remain ineligible. Illinois county clerks swore new Postal Service rules could delay mail-in ballots in the 2026 election. Voters are urged to mail ballots at least 1 week before Election Day, as postmark timing may no longer reflect when ballots are sent.
I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
With Fidelity Wealth Management, a dedicated advisor gets to know you and your goals to build a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Backed by a team of specialists, they'll analyze all your accounts, even the ones they don't manage, to keep an eye on taxes and provide proactive portfolio insights that can help you unlock your wealth's full potential. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE SIPC.
Progressive's accident response can detect and send help when you need it most, after a major car accident. But other accidents, you're on your own. Like when you accidentally call your wife Mom. When you accidentally say Happy Holidays on someone's birthday. When you accidentally wave at someone you thought was waving at you. We can't help with those accidents, but Progressive's accident response provides peace of mind after major car accidents. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Limited availability in California. Driver is responsible for emergency and towing charges not covered by the policy.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby. Brought to you by Rain-X.
More than 1.7 million Illinois adults could soon have their nonviolent criminal records sealed automatically. Governor J.B. Pritzker has signed the Clean Slate Act, which streamlines the sealing process without requiring individuals to apply. Supporters say the law removes barriers to jobs and housing while serious violent crimes remain ineligible. Illinois county clerks swore new Postal Service rules could delay mail-in ballots in the 2026 election. Voters are urged to mail ballots at least 1 week before Election Day, as postmark timing may no longer reflect when ballots are sent. Illinois State Police are assisting with the death investigation in Cairo. Authorities say a 48-year-old woman was found deceased inside of a home on Elm Street Saturday. The Crime Scene Investigations Unit and Division of Criminal Investigation were called in to help Cairo police. No additional details have been released and the investigation remains ongoing.
I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
My doctor told me my cholesterol is borderline, so I took control with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula. Garlic helps maintain healthy cholesterol safely and naturally. It's odor and taste-free, and Garlic is a world leader in garlic potency. I'm taking charge of my cholesterol with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula, cholesterol's natural enemy.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural references only the garlic in the product. Use as directed.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage, no medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. Brought to you by Rain-X, America's #1 wiper blade. Today, areas of blowing snow and scattered snow showers before noon with a high near 6. Gusty winds up to 35 miles per hour. This afternoon, partly sunny. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 1. Tomorrow, sunny with a high near 20. Currently, it is 2 degrees and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
My name is Whitney Allen. I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage, no medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Hi, this is Sue with Newman's Corner Pub in Hampshire, Illinois. Are you looking for the perfect hangout spot? Swing by Newman's Corner Pub right at the corner of 72 and State Street in Hampshire. Enjoy fantastic drinks, live music, and a fun crowd that makes every visit special. Test your luck with our hot slots and our Queen of Hearts drawing every Saturday at 3 p.m. Challenge your friends to darts or pool while you're here. Newman's Corner Pub, where every day feels like a weekend. Visit us at Route 72 and State Street in Hampshire. That's Newman's Corner Pub, your new favorite spot.
This year, America's First Responders Fest 2025 was a huge success, and we couldn't have done it without the Village of Burlington and Village President Mary Kay Welsen. Your support helped bring the Fox River Valley together in the Village of Hampshire to celebrate the heroes who keep us safe every day. Thank you, Village of Burlington, for standing behind America's First Responders Fest 2025 and for standing with those who serve.
Welcome, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the Valley and the talk of the town. We're broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you, the Fox River Valley area. Thank you, everyone, of course, for tuning in and being a part of the conversation with us. Thank you to Dennis Sonar Green for the WRMN 10 o'clock news segment, keeping you in tune with what's happening here in the Fox River Valley and what's going on also in the world, too. Local news brought to you here from many different sources. We're here to help to spread the word on your local radio station, your trusted source for news, talk, and entertainment in the Fox River Valley, WRMN. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in today. I'm your host, Matt McNeil, on this marvelous Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. It's a beautiful sunny day outside, but it is blustery, cold, breezy, and chilly. We are seeing those temperatures very low today. We are still in that cold advisory. It has been extended until roughly into that afternoon and evening time. Dangerously cold wind chills as low as 25 below zero, causing frostbite. Could cause frostbite and exposed skin in as little as 30 minutes. Now, we are seeing here strong west-northwest winds gust about 30 to 40 miles per hour, causing patchy blowing snow and low drifting snow, which can then, of course, cause locally poor visibility and hazardous travel, especially on north and south roads and open, exposed areas. So please use caution while traveling outside today. Wear appropriate clothing, hats, mittens, or gloves. Now, today's a high of only 5 degrees right now. It feels almost into the negatives, I should say it feels almost into the negative 20s outside today. Currently 4 degrees right now. We see it feeling about negative 15 right now. High of only 5 degrees today. It's chilly out, folks. Mostly, it was predicted to be mostly cloudy skies this morning, but it's already getting to be mainly sunny outside today, but very, very cold. So if you don't have to go outside, try not to, especially coming up on Friday. I'll tell you about that here if you don't know already. Friday's going to be really cold. We see a low of negative 2 degrees for tonight. Clear to partly cloudy skies are in that forecast. For Tuesday, the 20th, we see a high of 18 degrees, sunny skies during the morning hours, which will then become overcast in the afternoon. We see a low of 14 degrees coming through, a variable amount of clouds with some snow showers. Now, we do see a snow accumulation of roughly 1 to 3 inches in that frame of reference there, prediction-wise. That's for tomorrow night. Leading into Wednesday, it does, quote, warm up. It's not really warming, though. It's a high of 25. It's still cold, but it's not as cold as it is today. Cloudy, a few flurries or snow showers are going to be possible. We see a low of 10 degrees coming up with snow showers early. There are going to be some breaks in the overcast later. Chance of snow at about less than an inch, about 50% predicted right now for Wednesday. Thursday rolls around. This is where we see a high of 20 before we drop into those negative temperatures. Sunshine and clouds are going to be mixed for Thursday. A few flurries or snow showers could be possible. A high is in the air about 20 degrees, dropping down to a bitterly cold temperature of -8 for Thursday night, staying in the negatives throughout the whole day for Friday. Friday is where we get to very, very dangerously cold temperatures. A high of only -2 degrees, mostly cloudy skies. You know it. It's going to feel probably -30 degrees throughout the day. And with that being said, it drops down to a low of -9. So very, very cold. So please, if you don't have to go out, don't. Of course, if you have to, then do so. But, take precaution on things. So that's coming up on Friday. For Saturday, the 24th, we see a high of 9 degrees, sunshine and clouds mixed. Still very cold, though. Partly cloudy skies are going to be in that forecast with a low of -2 degrees for Saturday night. Sunday rolls around, temperatures bump up just a little bit here to a high of 17. Still very cold, though, especially for Sunday night on the 25th of January for a low of 4 degrees, a few clouds from time to time. And then finally for Monday, the 26th, we see a high of 21. Partly cloudy skies are in that forecast, dropping down to 5 as our low, and a few clouds are predicted to be around from time to time. Now, if you do look further into the forecast here for the rest of the month of January, we do see blusters of chilly temperatures, eventually going up to a high of 31 come into February. That's the prediction as of right now. So it is going to start to quite, a little bit warm up just a little bit. But again, cold weather advisory currently in operation right now. Also going to definitely be applicable for Friday and Saturday. Very cold, and Thursday night as well. So just make sure you're aware of that. We'll keep you up to date here on the weather and temperatures. That's WRMN's weather segment. I always like to talk about the weather with you, but you can find it. That's on weather.com. Taking a look here, starting off your day with or continuing on your morning with a nice sunny skies story, which it mentions here very cold and frosty temperatures with clear skies, which is what we're seeing right now. So I wonder if this person maybe is potentially maybe a local or not too far away, maybe in the Chicagoland area. So this was posted today, this morning, by a user by the name of Elite May. I like it, Elite May. This is titled, quote, "Neighbor is quietly kind to people waiting for the bus." Today is very cold and frosty with clear skies, like we're seeing right now. I took an early morning walk and I was returning home. I saw my neighbor a long way ahead, also just finishing walking her dog. She went inside and then came back out with her dog, but with a towel. We live right next to the neighborhood bus stop, and she popped into the shelter. She left the bus stop and went back inside her house before I was close enough to wave. I looked into the bus shelter, and when I passed it, and she had dried off the bench from all the melting frost and left several small packages of snacks. It was quiet and small and clearly something she does without expecting anyone to acknowledge it. She has me smiling and thinking of how I might help someone in a small way too. That's a great way to help people, especially in colder weather and temperatures. People are out there having to wait for the bus. That's something sometimes we don't think a whole lot of too. There are folks out there who don't have their own cars, trucks, and vehicles. They have to take the bus for travel. And it can be very, very cold outside, especially like what we're experiencing right now. So that's a really nice story there. And hey, maybe that'll inspire you to try something else too. Try it out for yourself. Do something like that. when you're at the bus stop, just say hi to someone, or, it's very cold outside. Man, me lend them a hand, have them, give them a little snack or something like that. It can get very cold, as we've been experiencing here, especially during these winters. And it can feel long, too. It can feel long and hard also, the long winters out here. So with that being said, a nice little inspirational story to continue on your morning there. You can find this and more posted on sunnyskies.com. The time is 15 past the hour. We're going to take a quick time out. We'll be back with more here on Out to Lunch, WRMN AM 1410. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
If your idea of therapy involves a fishing rod, a tree stand, or a campfire, then you need American Outdoors Radio. Host John Cruz speaks your language, whether it's about the best lures, tracking game, or that one buddy who always forgets to bring the beer. John's got the tips to sharpen your aim, the hacks to pack lighter, and the stories to keep you entertained. Again, that's American Outdoor Radio with John Cruz. Saturdays at 7 a.m. on WRMN 1410. Or stream it at WRMN1410.com. Get ready to outfish, outhunt, and outcamp them all on American Outdoor Radio with John Cruz.
Building a house is hard, but have you tried removing one? Flood Brothers takes the mess out of demolition. With fast roll-off dumpster delivery, reliable debris pickup, and a family-owned team that takes service personally. Call 630-261-0400 or visit floodbrothersdisposal.com. Flood Brothers Disposal, proud sponsor of America's First Responders Fest.
Are you looking to buy, sell, or trade something? Maybe clean out that attic or basement, or just make a little extra cash? Then don't miss Tradio on Out to Lunch with WRMN AM 1410. Weekdays at 12:30 p.m. Call in to let folks in the Fox River Valley know what you're looking for or what you've got to get rid of. It's easy, it's free, and it's a great way to connect with your community. Call in at 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410. If it's got to go, then let us know. Only on Tradio, here on WRMN AM 1410.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough. But if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
And welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the valley and the talk of the town, broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you, the listeners out there, the community, and the Fox River Valley. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in today. Remember, you can find us on YouTube, youtube.com/WRMN radio. If you want to hit that subscribe button, click that notification bell. You can always keep yourself up to date and in the loop on what's happening here in the Fox River Valley and what's going on here on WRMN. You can follow us on Facebook. You can check out our website. You can also listen in through our website. So there is that media player available on our website. It's easy to click. You just hit click to listen. It's the center button right when you enter into our website. It's a great way to check out what we have to offer. Listening in and tuning in is the way to keep in tune, right? Keep in tune is that term that many people use. Keeping in tune, listening in, and that's how you can do so. Tune in to WRMN. Again, you can find us also on Facebook. You can find us at facebook.com/WRMN radio. And you can feel free to mention us. You can also comment in the comment section. You can share our YouTube page. So there's a way to do that. All you have to do is copy the link into the main search bar, and then you paste it to wherever you'd like. Paste it in an email, paste it, wherever to share it with someone. And then, of course, that link will pop up. So if you share it onto your Facebook page, it'll pop up there. If you share it onto Instagram, TikTok, X, formerly Twitter, whatever social media sites you might be on. Maybe you're on lots of different ones of them, or maybe not. Even just email is good too. So those are different ways that you can keep up to date with us here on WRMN. Later today, we'll talk a little bit more about the local programming, what we're going to be having today. Tonight is the night that our new night program is starting. Very exciting. We've got The Shadow. We've got The Whisperer. We've got Dimension X and Sci-X Fiction. There's also a couple other shows, too, so we're excited about that lineup. So don't forget about that as well. You are listening to Out to Lunch. Out to Lunch is sponsored by St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin. Get back to doing the things that you love to do with expert care at St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin. Of course, they offer lots of great local care for you, everyday or life-changing care, and they're here when you need them, providing compassionate expert care tailored to your needs every step of the way for you. You can visit their location at 77 North Airlight Street in Elgin, or call their office number today at 847-695-3200. You can find them on LinkedIn, Instagram, and also on Facebook. Trust your health to excellence. Trust St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin, a proud member of Prime Healthcare. So thank you to St. Joseph Hospital for sponsoring today's show, Out to Lunch. Let's see what we have for the amazing fact generator. Now, maybe you knew some of these interesting facts. Maybe you didn't. You can learn something new every day here on WRMN. So apparently there is, and I had to do a little research on this. This is a real thing, and it's coming up in July. This is called the Wife Carrying World Championships in my many generations back ago, my homeland, Finland. Yes, I am a quarter Finnish. At the Wife Carrying World Championships in Finland, the first prize is the wife's weight in beer. Yes, it is a real thing, and it's held, I think, every year. It's held annually in Sonkajärvi, Finland, and it's been around since 1992. They have a whole website on it. It's kind of interesting to see. Hey, it's part of my heritage. I mean, well, it's been around since 92, but interesting nonetheless. You can find it, and they have a website on it. If you just look up Wife Carrying World Championship in Finland, you'll be able to find some interesting pictures out there too, and it's supposed to be a fun time. World Championship. I don't know. It sounds like it's just something fun. It's something fun that they do. So if you want to check it out, they have their website called Ukonnakon Kanon, Yukon Kanon, Kisat. Yeah, it's Finnish. So I'm trying to read Finnish a little bit. I mean, I don't understand it, but kind of reading a little bit on it. It's very similar to Swedish and almost Danish in a way, kind of a little bit, but that's an interesting fact there. I did not know about that one. Let's see some other ones here as well. The word boycott is named from Charles C. Boycott, a 19th century British lad agent shunned by his entire town in County Mayo, Ireland. He was boycotted in 1880 after failing to reduce land rents and trying to evict some struggling tenant farmers. Very interesting. And yes, I don't know if this is even a real picture of him holding a gun. If that's so, that's an interesting history there with some of those pictures. Also, another interesting fact, IKEA consumes about 1% of the world's lumber. So there you go. You got some good stuff out there. Interesting things as well. And you can find this and more on the Amazing Fact Generator. There's also those big questions of the day. Maybe you want to ask yourselves that. Why do some smells trigger memories is one that was written by Paul Anthony Jones a couple days ago on mentalfloss.com. And maybe it's a little interesting trying to recoup those memories, right? You play with Play-Doh and you start to think about, hey, I remember this from childhood. Maybe it's that laundry detergent that your grandparents always used or the soap in their bathroom, right? No matter what it might be, this is likely something you've experienced at some point. A single particularly noticeable or recognizable smell subtly bringing back that vivid memory or a moment or episode from the past. And sometimes it can happen just like that with the snap of the fingers. You get a whiff of something, you're like, wait a minute, I recognize that smell. Sometimes it's hard to pinpoint that too. I'm like, wait a minute, this smell is familiar. I can't remember where it's from. It happens. But then there's the olfactory memory phenomenon. This is what the article talks about here. This phenomenon is known as olfactory memory. At least one reason why it's so potent is that smell is our oldest sense. In fact, even the most rudimentary bacteria have the ability to sense chemical signals around them, and it was this most basic capacity which our primordial ancestors developed long before the likes of sight or even sound that gradually became our sense of smell. Our sense of smell is remarkably well furnished in our bodies too. What you perceive as a smell actually involves the breathing in of many millions of tiny odor molecules, which trigger a complex response system in our nose. There, tens of millions of smell-detecting sensory neurons line a passage known as the olfactory epithelium, at the tips of which are clusters of receptors that bind with varying combinations to odor molecules as we breathe them in. Different olfactory receptors are aligned to respond to different odor molecules, as it is this combination of triggers of varying types of quantities sent on to the brain by so many millions of these neurons, and then allows us to discern so great a number of those different smells that we experience. All the smells that we do respond to, however, are interrupted by a part of the brain we know as the olfactory bulb. And that is where we start to perceive those memories. We start to remember them. It's stored away. Even for years and years, we forget about it. And then that memory is triggered by that smell because both of them at that specific time were triggered. And then it goes away. And then when that smell is triggered by it, you notice it. Sometimes it can also be the opposite way. It can work too, where you go into a specific place and then you start to remember it. And then you're like, now I kind of remember what the smell was like there too. So it kind of works that way as well, but because it's definitely a physical thing when it comes to the sense of things, that can really start to trigger those memories from something in the past. Now, this olfactory bulb is at the very front of the brain. It's just above our nose, and it's there located by and connected by the hippocampus, the region of our brain that is chiefly responsible for storing and accessing those memories there, right? Scientists believe that this is the connection between the two regions of the brain as well that is responsible for that seemingly deep-seated association between smell and memory. The triggering of the smell receptors of our noses, therefore, sends messages to a smell-decoding region of the brain that, thanks to a quirk of our brain's anatomy, happens to connect them all to our mental store of memories. So that's something maybe you knew about it, maybe you didn't, but there you go, folks. That is some interesting facts there. A question of the day, why does that happen? Well, I just told you. Or Paul Anthony Jones here of mentalfloss.com just told you. Coming up next, we're going to be taking our quick timeout, bottom of the hour news and messages from our sponsors. When we come back, we will talk about what the word of the day is today, the National Day calendar recognizing Martin Luther King Jr. Day, some Martin Luther King Jr. events that you can also go to. Also, there's another day that's recognized today in terms of food, some delicious food that you can enjoy. Maybe something you're used to getting at the movies. that is recognized today, and we'll talk about some places that offer some unique and diverse selections of this food option. So stay tuned for this and more here on Out to Lunch, WRMN. Don't forget, we also do have our Tradio segment at 12:30. So if you are looking to buy, sell, trade, and or announce to the Fox River Valley area, that'll be the time to call in at 847-931-1410. We'll be back with more in just a little bit. Stay tuned.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby. Brought to you by Rain-X.
More than 1.7 million Illinois adults could soon have their nonviolent criminal records sealed automatically. Governor J.B. Pritzker has signed the Clean Slate Act, which streamlines the sealing process without requiring individuals to apply. Supporters say the law removes barriers to jobs and housing while serious violent crimes remain ineligible. Illinois county clerks warn new Postal Service rules could delay mail-in ballots in the 2026 election. Voters are urged to mail ballots at least 1 week before Election Day, as postmark timing may no longer reflect when ballots are sent. Illinois State Police are assisting with the death investigation in Cairo. Authorities say a 48-year-old woman was found deceased inside of a home on Elm Street Saturday. The Crime Scene Investigations Unit and Division of Criminal Investigation were called in to help Cairo police. No additional details have been released and the investigation remains ongoing.
I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
My doctor told me my cholesterol is borderline. So I took control with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula. Garlic helps maintain healthy cholesterol safely and naturally. It's odor and taste-free, and Garlic is a world leader in garlic potency. I'm taking charge of my cholesterol with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula, cholesterol's natural enemy.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural references only the garlic in the product. Use as directed.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Are you dreaming of a getaway? Want to leave the stress of daily life behind? Whether it's a relaxing cruise or an adventurous land escape, planning the perfect vacation doesn't have to be a hassle. At Cruises International, they specialize in vacation destinations, land and sea, making your dreams come true. Located at 1721 Moon Lake Boulevard in Hoffman Estates, Cruises International isn't just about booking travel. They're your personal concierge, trusted travel advisor, and advocate. Your preferences are unique, and they'll take the time to understand exactly what you're looking for. From personalized service to their global network of specialists, they ensure that your vacation is tailor-made just for you. It's time to plan the vacation of a lifetime. Call 800-255-7447. That's 800-255-7447 today and speak to a cruise and vacation expert. Cruises International. It's time to set sail to your dream destination.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Progressive. Today, areas of blowing snow and isolated snow showers with mostly sunny skies and a high near 5. It feels like 23 with gusty winds. Tonight, intermittent snow showers before 2 a.m., mostly cloudy with a low around 0. Currently, it is 3 degrees and mainly clear. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Progressive knows there are some surprisingly expensive things in life, like rugs. People say a rug would really bring the room together. And sure, you don't know what that means, but it sounds important. Suddenly you're using words like jute and sisal. Then you see the price and lose it, because how can the thing you walk and spill on cost so much? So you devote your life to taking down Big Rug. But then you remember that switching your home and auto to Progressive could save you hundreds. So, looks like Big Rug is safe. For now. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the Valley, and the talk of the town, broadcasting live here from Studio 14. We're serving you, the Fox River Valley area. Thank you, everyone, of course, for tuning in today. It is a lovely Monday morning, but it is definitely very cold outside today. So if you have not had the chance yet to go outside, well, if you must, you must. But it is very cold now. Coming up on Friday is going to be that even chillier day. So please make sure that you are prepared. It's going to be blustery. It's going to be cold. It's going to be a day where, if you must, try to stay indoors as best as you can, of course. Let's go through what we have for the word of the day today. Now, the word of the day is always something that, you can look forward to. Maybe you know about it. Maybe you don't. Maybe you know this word. Maybe you've heard of it. But it is ephemeral. Ephemeral is the word. So this is the word today on the 19th of January, ephemeral. This is an adjective. It's spelled EPHEMERAL. Now, something described as ephemeral is meaning that it only lasts for a very short time. So here's an example. The performance was not recorded, a fact that made its ephemeral nature all the more poignant. So ephemeral, again, something described as ephemeral lasts only for a very short time. So it could be, maybe a little poem. A poem could be ephemeral. There's only a couple lines and a few sentences. It's for a very short time. Or maybe you, I don't know. I'm trying to give an example. This is a weird one that pops in your head. I cut my foot one time on the rocks in Bermuda, but because I was in the salt water, the cut healed very fastly. So the cut was only there for a very short time, and then it healed up so quickly because of the salt water from the ocean. So ephemeral, something that's for a very short time. And sometimes there are things in our life that are ephemeral, something that lasts only for a very short time. Maybe it's a relationship. Maybe it's a job. Maybe it's a specific hobby. Maybe it's something that we become addicted to just for a very short time, something that's not good for us. It could be ephemeral. It could be something that, something we do, very short time, maybe for a very short time. Okay, what was ephemeral for me? Liking broccoli. I liked broccoli for like a year. I don't know what was going on there. I didn't like broccoli before and after, but when I was about 13, 14, for like 1 year, I really liked broccoli. So it was a very short time in my life that I liked it. It was ephemeral, right? So there's always things in our lives that are ephemeral, something that lasts for a very short time. It's kind of something that comes in season, right? It's a come and go very quick, ephemeral. Maybe we have a car for a short time and then it breaks down and then we got to get a new one. Or, there's always things in life that are very ephemeral. They're very short. They last only for a certain amount of time. But that's what the word is today, recognized. And that is from the Merriam-Webster's online dictionary. Ephemeral is the word of the day. We also do have the national days that are recognized today. It is Martin Luther King Jr. Day today. It is a holiday on the third Monday in January, honoring the American clergyman, activist, and civil rights movement leader, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Now, of course, you can do a little history research on him, too. He's been a national icon in the history of American progressivism. He was a gifted and friendly student. He attended Morehouse College, earning a bachelor's in sociology, combining a passion for racial equality with also his rediscovered spirituality. He then attended Crosser Theological Seminary, following in his father's and grandfather's footsteps, earning a bachelor's in divinity. Now, shortly after completing his PhD in theology at Boston University back in 1955, a 42-year-old Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat on a bus in Montgomery, Alabama. We all know this story. The opportunity then for the NAACP to bring their civil rights efforts to the forefront was before them, and they chose King to lead the successful citywide boycott of the Montgomery transit system. Then there's Young Civil Rights Movement. Just over a year later, King and over 60 other ministries and activists founded the Southern Christian Leadership Conference. Together, they coordinated nonviolent protests and gave the Young Civil Rights Movement a voice. Through the next 12 years, King would be an influential in organizing marches, sit-ins, and political rallies for civil rights. For example, during a 1963 march on Washington, D.C. for jobs and freedom, King spoke before more than 200,000 regarding the challenges African Americans face. His I Have a Dream speech has gone down in many history books as one of the greatest speeches ever given. Brutally honest, with a call to action and a vision of hope, King's speech resonated so much throughout the nation. Now, in early 1964, 1,500 men and women met at a wall of state troopers during a march outside Selma. There, King led the marchers in prayer and avoided any confrontation with authorities. On July 2nd, President Lyndon B. Johnson signed the Civil Rights Act of 1964, outlawing discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, or national origin. That same year, King became the youngest recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize for his unswerving work in the civil rights movement. Now, there's a lot more rich history that also goes into this too, so if you want to read a little bit more of it, there are tons of different resources out there. I mean, thousands, hundreds and thousands. I mean, there's so many, right? And so with that being said, we encourage you to check out these different resources that are available to you. Go through some of the history. It does go through the pinpointed good history that's out there that's very important. All of it's all history, of course, but the pinpointed history, important history for Martin Luther King Jr. Day is on National Day calendar. You can also find it on nationaltoday.com. Many schools, businesses, and government offices are closed today. I will also go through again what some of those places are. The city of Elgin is closed today. A lot of businesses are closed now. I'm seeing here Shawarma Stop is open. Crepe and Gelato is also open here. We're still running here on WRMN, but a lot of schools, businesses, and government offices are closed today. However, there are schools that hold programs, or they even teach curricula engaging students in civil rights history and lessons throughout the week. We'll also go through again what are the Elgin MLK Jr. events that are going on still too. I know yesterday they had their prayer breakfast, which I think was a very big success, as it always is. So that's a day to recognize and to celebrate too. And so that was something that was there as well. Now, I'd heard about Martin Luther King Jr. growing up. I didn't really understand it at the time. The first time I had really seen something that was very much kind of a part of it was if you've seen the 2007 movie Hairspray with Nikki Blonsky, I think is her name. John Travolta's in that movie as well. Amanda Bynes was in it. They have a scene. Oh, Queen Latifah's also in it too. They have a scene where they're marching protest, and it's a peaceful protest. They're holding signs. They have candles, and they all join together. And that was part of that civil rights movement. And so that was kind of something that I was like, oh, that's interesting. So I did some research on it too and kind of found out more about it as well. We'd learned a little bit about him in school growing up as well too. But with that being said, that is recognized today. So you can find this and more posted. That's on nationaldaycalendar.com. It is also National Imagination Day today, celebrating the playground of the mind and the power of using your imagination to create endless ideas. And you know what? These imaginations can also become realities as well, too, encouraging that I have a dream speech, right? It ties very well with MLK Jr. Day, encouraging folks to be themselves and to try to figure out, what's something that you're passionate about? What's an imagination or a strife that you have that you want to share with the world or share with others, even at a very small local level as well, too, right? So everyone has that little spark inside them that they're passionate about something that they want to achieve, right? And I think it's good to tie that in together today with MLK Jr. Day because he had a dream, right? That was it. So with that being said, the imagination paints that beautiful picture of the unseen idea. It brings exciting possibilities to the mind, and it's good to exercise that, especially at a young age where kids are running rampant with all of the different ideas that they have in their heads. Even if it sounds completely, like strange or we don't understand it, right? To the kids, to the younger folks, it does make sense. To them, it makes sense. So it's good to listen into that too. So with that being said, that is National Imagination Day today, recognized today on the National Day calendar. Now, when we come back from our break, we'll talk more about what are some MLK Junior events that are happening today locally in the Fox River Valley area. There's time for you to participate in them too. If anyone wants to call in, let us know if there's any events as well that you want to announce here on the airwaves. The phone lines are open today, 847-931-1410. You can also text us at 505-926-1410. So we'll talk about some of that and more coming up in just a little bit here on Out to Lunch, WRMN. Stay tuned.
Welcome to downtown Elgin, where businesses, community, and creativity come together. The Downtown Neighborhood Association provides valuable, complimentary services to all downtown businesses, organizations, property owners, and residents, helping you gain exposure and thrive. Whether you're already part of the district or exploring a new downtown location, DNA is here to help your vision grow. Join us in creating a vibrant, connected, and successful downtown Elgin. Call now, 847-488-1456, or you can email info@downtownelgin.com. Ask for Jennifer Facala. Downtown Neighborhood Association, where the heart of business beats strong.
Finding a reputable business shouldn't require luck or chance. But how can you tell who you can trust? Pro tip: the BBB connects people with businesses they can trust. So think of the BBB as the better, check with the BBB first, because better businesses are honest and commit to high ethical standards bureau. That's why they're better. Always look for the sign of a better business and find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Growers, retailers, friends of the field, welcome back to Field Goals by UPL North America. Playing today is new Intrava DX herbicide, the game-changing pre-emergent weed control champion with up to 28 days of residual control and the first new active ingredient in corn in more than a decade. And its opponent, troublesome broadleaf weeds and grasses, including atrazine and HPPD-resistant weeds. And folks, it doesn't look good. Hit your field goals by contacting your UPL retailer today to see how you can score Intrava DX herbicide and other crop protection products with UPL Unlimited Financing. Always read and follow label directions.
Kick off your weekend with a little flair. It's Dino's Night Out, every Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. on WRMN 1410 AM. Dino brings you the best of the Fox Valley's entertainment scene. Live music, local artists, street festivals, great eats, and the personalities behind them. If it's happening, Dino's talking about it. And bringing the spotlight is none other than the legendary Arcada Theater, located at 105 East Main Street in St. Charles. Catch dinner, drinks, and a show, all under one historic roof. So whether you're making plans or just love to know what's hot, make it a date with Dino's Night Out, Fridays, 2 to 4 p.m. on WRMN 1410 AM, or stream it live at WRMN1410.com. Dino's Night Out, powered by the Arcada Theater, where Fox Valley comes to play.
And welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the valley and the talk of the town. It is a chilly day outside today, but we hope that you're enjoying this morning. We are getting closer into that afternoon time. Hey, are you looking for expert orthopedic and spine care close to home? Well, St. Joseph Hospital, a proud member of Prime Healthcare and the sponsor of today's show, Out to Lunch, is here for you. Their highly skilled orthopedic and spine specialists provide advanced treatments for joint, bone, and back conditions, all with a personalized approach designed to get you moving again. Whether it's hip or knee pain, sports injuries, or complex spine issues, they use the latest technology and surgical techniques to make sure that you heal faster and get back to the activities that you love. And that's not all. Their comprehensive rehabilitation services mean, of course, that you will have that expert support every step of the way, from surgery through recovery. So trust your health to excellence. This is where you can trust St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin, a proud member of Prime Healthcare. Call today at 847-931-5525 or visit stjosephelgin.com to learn more and to schedule your appointment. So thank you again to St. Joseph Hospital for sponsoring today's show, Out to Lunch, here on WRMN. We did talk about the national days here. We've got Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Into the next segment, we'll talk about what another national day is and kind of talk about specifically what that food is and where are some places that you can go to get some of those delicious food, that delicious food. But in the meantime, I do want to talk about what are some of the MLK Jr. events that are going on. Now, Gail Borden Public Library, some libraries are closed today in recognition of the holiday. However, Martin Luther King Jr. Day is recognized at the Gail Borden Public Library, and they are open today. So you can check that out for more information. You can view their, you can view their display. So they honor the life and legacy of Dr. MLK Jr., whose work continues to inspire the pursuit of equality, justice, and service. You can learn more about him, events, and programs at gailborden.info/BHM. But they do have a display with pictures and information, even some original photographs there too, which is so cool. Or, at least some records that he enjoyed listening to. So things like that. Now, if you go onto the website, it does look like the page isn't found. However, you can also go to their Facebook page and find out more information there too. Now, I also want to tell you as well, I know it's a very cold day outside today. And so if you don't feel like necessarily going out or you want to enjoy the library from home, you can always be a part of the e-libraries. Now, each library does have something to this level that you can go to. Now, giving an example here, of course, Gail Borden Library has a massive amount of different things all put together for their 24/7 e-library. So if you want to check out books, you can view them, movies, audiobooks in English and in Espanol. I'm sure also other languages too. Movies and documentaries, newspapers, magazines, resources, games. They've got a whole lot of different things to check out. So don't forget, of course, about that too. Their e-library is available 24/7 online if you go to their website. So say, for example, you want to try out, they have a cloud library. You click on that, it does say a library card is required, but you can view what is featured there, so a little information about what it is, and then, of course, the different books that you can find. So they've got adult fiction, nonfiction, audiobooks, romance, and so much more. They've got libros en español, so books in Spanish. You can find this and more at gailborden.info on their website. Some other libraries, of course, are also recognizing MLK Jr. Day. Fox River Valley Public Library District is closed today in observance. They will reopen with regular business hours tomorrow on January 20th. So they wanted to put that information out there for you so that you know. Now, of course, you can also find other things as well, too. They are currently hiring, so can you juggle a variety of tasks while welcoming every visitor with a warm smile and a friendly greeting? The Fox River Valley Public Library is seeking a welcoming, customer service-oriented account services library assistant. So you can check out more information on that particular job offering at frvpld.info/jobs for any of those job openings. And again, the library is closed today. And they're celebrating their 150th anniversary of the Fox River Valley Libraries. That's fantastic. Congratulations. Algonquin Area Public Library recently posted, on this day, we honor the life and legacy of Dr. MLK Jr. Today at the Harnish Main Library, you can participate in a day of service. In the spirit of Dr. King's legacy, join them in giving back to our community by participating in meaningful volunteer activities and supporting seniors, veterans, and others in need. That you can find materials about Dr. King in their collection, including his writings and speeches. You can find that there's a link directly through their Facebook page. Now, every time I go to the link, it seems to not be. It's like a broken link. But you can always just do a quick library search, too. You can look up even just King Jr., and it'll come up to all of those. Who was Martin Luther King Jr.? I am Martin Luther King Jr., and different books and more that you can find. Even some audio is available, too, as public domain. So that's all posted. You can find that on Algonquin Area Public Library. And they're almost finishing up their Winter Reading 2026. You can shake up some stories in their globes. Geneva Public Library also recognizes MLK Jr. Day today, too. So they are, I do believe they're also closed as well today. But you can find more information that's at Geneva Public Library on their events page. And then, of course, if you are looking for some local events to go to, you can find events that are planned. Now, you might also want to try out things in the Chicagoland area. CBS News Chicago recently reported on many different events that are coming up there, too, especially in the Chicagoland area, including the Rainbow Push Coalition's MLK Breakfast, which was part of the organization's 37th annual commemoration weekend program, and a whole lot more, too. But if you're looking for local things that are coming up here, things that you want to be a part of course, I know on Saturday was the prayer breakfast in Elgin. The annual food drive was still going on too. The youth event happened, is actually just finishing up right now. And then, of course, there's also panel discussions at the Gail Borden Public Library. You can also still get involved in community opportunities. So each year, the MLK Celebrations Committee recognizes those Elgin individuals out there who organize and they work together to reflect on the teachings and life and the work of MLK Jr. You can also go onto our YouTube channel, youtube.com/WRMN radio, and check out the interview that I did with the three lovely ladies of this committee. You can find that posted on WRMN's YouTube channel. You can find it under the Out to Lunch playlists, or even just click on videos. You can find it there on the videos there, Out to Lunch MLK Jr. Elgin events. Where I was able to speak with Deborah Willis with the EPD Civilian Relief, June Wooten, who's a social worker for the Elgin Police Department, and then we also had Tina Ragland come onto the station to talk about these upcoming events too, which some of them are of the past now, but some that are still continuing on. So especially for the panel discussion. So check that out and more. You can find it on many different social media sites. So just go onto the web. You can find some good things. We're getting close to our timeout here, top of the hour news and messages from our sponsors. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit about another national day that's recognized and some good places that you can go to check out these good food options. Now, this particular food is something that's been popular for a while. It's been popular for a while. So we'll talk a little bit about that. And there's a particular place locally here in Elgin that features some different flavors, unique ones, maybe something you want to put on your living list. To quote Shauna White of Cruises International, your living list. Maybe try out some different flavors you never thought that you would like. I'll give you some suggestions from my own personal experiences and more. Stay tuned here on Out to Lunch, WRMN, and we appreciate everyone tuning in today. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more in just a bit.
At Britain's Touchless Car Wash, they know life gets busy. That's why they're here 24/7 to keep your car looking spotless, fast, and easy. Their advanced brush-free wash technology delivers a sparkling clean without a single scratch, because they treat your car like it's their own. Here's the best part. Right now, you can get a free car wash just for joining their text club. It's simple. Just text BRITT to 30400, and your first wash is on them. Britain's Touchless Car Wash has two convenient locations, 1923 Larkin Avenue in Elgin and 555 Willow in West Dundee. They're proud to keep your car clean while giving back to our community. Text BRITT to 30400. That's BRITT to 30400. Now for your free car wash, and see why Britain's touchless car wash is the fast, gentle, and reliable choice.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 12 o'clock.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby. Brought to you by Rain-X.
Illinois County clerks warn new Postal Service rules could delay mail-in ballots in the 2026 election. Voters are urged to mail ballots at least 1 week before Election Day, as postmark timing may no longer reflect when ballots are sent. Illinois State Police are assisting with the death investigation in Cairo. Authorities say a 48-year-old woman was found deceased inside of a home on Elm Street Saturday. The Crime Scene Investigations Unit and Division of Criminal Investigation were called in to help Cairo police. No additional details have been released, and the investigation remains ongoing. More than 1.7 million Illinois adults could soon have their nonviolent criminal records sealed automatically. Governor J.B. Pritzker has signed the Clean Slate Act, which streamlines the sealing process without requiring individuals to apply. Supporters say the law removes barriers to jobs and housing, while serious violent crimes remain ineligible.
I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
You're still grooving, still connecting, still loving, still turning up, still thriving. You still got it, but your immune system, it weakens as you age. That's where vaccines come in. They help train and strengthen your immune response to fight off respiratory illnesses like flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, or COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Book in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Meet Matthew Preston. Inside his apartment, everything he holds dear is protected by Progressive's renter's insurance, like his laptop and a surprisingly valuable collection of baseball bobbleheads. Outside his apartment, his laptop is still protected, as are his bobbleheads, which he carries around with him for reasons no one knows. Renters, the limits of protection aren't just the four walls of your home. When you're in Progressive's Protection Zone, get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
The NFL Conference Championships are set in the AFC this coming Sunday afternoon. 14-3 New England travels to 14-3 Denver. The Broncos are 8-1 at home. New England 8-0 away from home. The Patriots advanced with the 28-16 win over Houston on Sunday, while Denver beat Buffalo 33-30 in overtime Saturday. Broncos quarterback Bo Nix suffered an ankle injury in the win and is done for the season. In the NFC Championship game, the 14-3 Seahawks host the 12-5 Rams. LA 5-4 away from home. The Seahawks are 6-2 at Lumen Field. Seattle pounded San Francisco 41-6 on Saturday to advance, while the Rams beat Chicago 20-17 in overtime Sunday. In Miami tonight, it's the College Football Playoff National Championship, when number 1 Indiana faces number 10 Miami. Save big when you bundle auto and home, renters, or condo with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
It's game day. Are your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keeping you from the action? Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, could help you get back to the game. Skyrizi is proven to help people feel significant symptom relief, achieve remission, and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine for adults. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or ulcerative colitis.
Control is everything to me.
Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's and ulcerative colitis combined. Learn more at skyrizi.com or 1-866-SKYRIZI.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Progressive. Today, areas of blowing snow and isolated snow showers with mostly sunny skies and a high near 5. It feels like 23 with gusty winds. Tonight, intermittent snow showers before 2 a.m., mostly cloudy with a low around 0. Currently, it is 3 degrees and mainly clear. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Progressive knows there are some surprisingly expensive things in life, like rugs. People say a rug would really bring the room together. And sure, you don't know what that means, but it sounds important. Suddenly you're using words like jute and sisal. Then you see the price and lose it because how can the thing you walk and spill on cost so much? So you devote your life to taking down Big Rug. But then you remember that switching your home and auto to Progressive could save you hundreds. So looks like Big Rug is safe. For now. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not
When I never graduated from high school, I realized I wanted to go back to school because I didn't want to work these back-breaking jobs the rest of my life. With the help of my father and having my son, that was all the motivation that I needed to come back to school. I felt accomplished, made me feel that I could take on whatever challenges life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Everyone needs to take care of their mental health, even running back Bijan Robinson.
When I'm on the field and feeling the pressure, I usually just take a deep breath. When I'm just breathing and seeing what's in front of me, everything just slows down. It just makes me feel great before I run the play.
Just like Bijan, we all need a strong mental game on and off the field. Make a game plan for your mental health at loveyourmindplaybook.org.
Love your mind.
Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Foundation, the Arthur M. Blank Family Foundation, and the Ad Council.
And welcome, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN. A little smooth, jazzy Monday here with the jazz bump just popping up here on this pop-tastic day today, on National Popcorn Day today. Yes, you've guessed it probably already here. That's what I'm talking about here. It's National Popcorn Day today. So we'll talk a little bit about that here. Of course, you are listening to WRMN, the voice of the Valley and the talk of the town. This is Matt McNeil taking you into the 12 o'clock hour here on Out to Lunch. We'll definitely go through what is the schedule for the day today, recognized on this very chilly and cold sunny Monday. Let's see for the weather and temperatures. Today's only a high of 5 degrees. Cloudy skies early, although it is pretty much nice and sunny right now. Those are the temperatures that we are seeing. A high of 5 degrees. Now, looking here, it says it's currently, we surpassed our high a little bit, 6 degrees, so 1 degree higher. It does feel like -10, though. So it is starting to kind of warm up a little bit, but it still feels very cold outside as we know it. People are bundled up, wearing their layers, I do see here. Quite a few people walking outside, though, because it's a nice sunny day. But again, I know that coming up Friday is going to be that really cold day. Tonight's going to be a low of -3 degrees in the forecast. Tomorrow on Tuesday, it's the 20th, we see a high of 18 and a low of 14, 1 to 3 inches of snow accumulating. And you know it because of the colder temperatures, it's going to stick. High of 18, sunshine early, becoming partly cloudy later in the day, followed by some snow showers for Tuesday night. Wednesday rolls around, we do see here a high of about 25 degrees, so it, quote, warms up a little bit, but it's still going to be cold. Overcast and a few flurries or snow showers are possible. Snow accumulations of less than 1 inch are in that forecast for Wednesday night with a low of 10 degrees. Snow showers before midnight, becoming partly cloudy later. Thursday rolls around, intervals of clouds and sunshine, a high of 20 degrees, and a few flurries are coming through. And then we get into the dreaded cold, the cold. Low of -7, partly cloudy skies are in that forecast and prediction for Thursday night. Heading on into Friday, still continuing to be very, very cold, mostly cloudy skies. A few flurries or snow showers are possible. Dropping down to a low of -9 degrees. Considerable amount of cloudiness with very cold temperatures are in that forecast for Friday night. It's going to be bitterly, bitterly cold. Heading on into Saturday, it bumps up just ever so slightly, a high of 10 degrees. Sunshine and clouds are going to be mixed. We see a dropping down of a low of -2 degrees, very cold. That'll be coming up for Saturday night. Sunday rolls around, we see a high of 17, intervals of clouds and sunshine. It drops down to 4 degrees as our low, a few clouds from time to time. And then for Monday, a week from today, a high of 21 is in that forecast, partly cloudy skies, and then a few clouds from time to time, low of about 5 degrees coming up. That is for Monday night. So that's what we're seeing here for the weather and temperatures, folks, for the rest of this week and also at the start of next week. So what do we have for our scheduled lineup today? Well, of course, I'm on here until 1 o'clock. We do have our Tradio segment at 12:30, so you can call into the station number here at 847-931-1410. If you want to call in, let us know if there's something that you're looking for, buying, selling, trading, and or announcing to the Fox River Valley area. At 1 o'clock, we have What's Cooking Today. What's Cooking Today is with Michael Horn on CRN. You'll have to wait and listen to hear what he's going to be talking about. But I'm going to give you a little bit of a quick little insight on what to expect. On today's show, Jeremy Gray and Jonathan Coffington are breaking down Indiana University's historic football run and record growth, followed by wine and cheese educator Adam Centremore, who will share the ultimate wine and cheese pairing guide. Plus, the news of the day, surprising facts about MLK Jr., Matthew McConaughey's move to stop AI voice misuse, a massive college basketball point shaving scandal, and why major global sports events are driving a 2026 travel boom. So that's all from What's Cooking Today with Michael Horn, talking about food, wine, travel, lifestyle, and entertainment on CRN. That is digital talk radio there. Coming up today at 2 to 4, it is a best of replay. So we do have a best of Monday version of Talk Time with Tammy and Friends. It's from last Monday. So that was the Matt and Tammy Monday edition. That was last Monday. So it'll be a replay of that during that time. From 4 to 6, we have the Big Top Sports with Derek Geyer. That's from 4 until 6 o'clock. So stay tuned for that. From 6 until 7, we have a replay of our WRMN 10 o'clock news segment. Still good news to listen to. Good in terms of it's fresh. Not necessarily it's news, right? It could be good. It could be bad. It could be in the middle. But it's news nonetheless, and that'll be from 6 until 7 o'clock. 7 to 8, we have a political talk show with Dennis Sonor Green. You'll be able to listen to that on the AM 1410 dial. And then we also do have the Voice of Reason with Andy Hoosier on from 8 until 9 o'clock. Now, of course, you can look up the Voice of Reason for more information. If you go on the website, you can find it under Salem Radio Network or also HoosierReason.podbean.com to learn a little bit more information about him, get a little inside scoop on what his show has to offer. He does lean more on the conservative side of things, and Dennis Sonor Green does learn more on the liberal side of things, but they are both constitutionalists, so they do abide by that Constitution law right here in the United States. So it's a good way to listen to both of those sides of things and to tune in and to come together in that sense. Good to know those different perspectives on how people view things, right? If you only stick to just knowing and being in one specific viewpoint, and you can still be in that viewpoint, know what you believe in and why, and defend it, right? But also listening to other viewpoints to help maybe strengthen your own, right? So it's good to listen to any and all of those different sides. But listen in. That's the Voice of Reason coming up tonight from 8 until 9 o'clock. Followed by our new lineup. I'm excited. I'm going to be listening in. This is a fun classical radio lineup later at night. So I want to talk to you a little bit about this here so that you know exactly what to expect. We've been announcing it throughout all of last week. So starting off here, we've got afterwards, yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Now it's an insurance investigator following leads from coast to coast, assembling cases through interviews, evidence, and his action-packed expense account. Each story mixes sharp narration. Now, this is all part of our late-night radio here on WRMN. And with procedural detail as Dollar closes in on fraud, murder, deception, one clue, one receipt, one risky encounter at a time. Followed by that is Pat Novak for hire on San Francisco's waterfront. Pat Novak makes his living in the rough trade of docks, boats, and bad deals. With Inspector Hellman never far behind, he's pulled into rackets, disappearances, and double crosses, where survival depends on nerve, timing, and knowing when everyone is lying. Followed by that, it's the Shadow, who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men. The Shadow knows, a master of disguise and psychological welfare, stalks the city's criminals, striking from darkness with eerie certainty. Each episode blends pulpy menace, melodramatic intrigue, and supernatural tinged atmosphere into classic radio adventure. Followed by that, it's The Whistler. An ominous narrator introduces tales where ordinary lives slip into secrets, guilt, and sudden consequences. Each episode unfolds like a moral puzzle. A decision made in a haste, a hidden past exposed, a trap losing quietly, right? The tone of intimate and unsettling, and it's with twists that linger after the final whistle. So, that's coming up. We also have later tonight Suspense, radio's premier thriller analogy, delivering stories built on danger, dread, and tightening inevitability. Now, of course, there's also that psychological terror that's incorporated into this program. And, what it does is it's a way to feature those high-stakes situations. Strong performances, endings that land hard. It's very dark, dramatic, and designed to keep listeners in suspense. And then finally, before we kick it off into our next morning, is the Sci-X Fiction with X-1 or Dimension X. So science fiction comes alive during this hour. It's the last 30 minutes there. These are all 30 minutes. And it's tales of experiments gone wrong, otherworldly creatures, strange things, and unsettling discoveries. Each story explores the hazards of ambition, and I would say, too, how far will the mind go in discovering things? And should they have been discovered, right? All things aliens, time, technology, and the unknown. Told with crisp narration, strong drama, and a classic radio imagination. That is all part of our late night radio here on WRMN. Stay tuned for more. We'll be back with more here on Out to Lunch. WRMN will talk more about National Popcorn Day.
Are you suffering with anxiety, depression, PTSD, an eating disorder, or even a substance abuse problem? If it's causing problems at work or with your family, get help now at Insight Mental Health and Wellness. We can help and treat all types of depression and mental issues. We'll help you use your insurance to get away from it all to a beautiful, sunny, and tranquil vacation-like environment so you can recharge yourself. And with a Family Medical Leave Act, you could take the time off you need from work. Plus, with the Affordable Care Act, your treatment could be 100% covered. If you're suffering from any kind of anxiety, depression, PTSD, eating disorder, or even a substance abuse problem, use your insurance and get away from it all. Come to sunny California. Call Insight Mental Health and Wellness now. 800-419-0287. 800-419-0287. 800-419-0287. That's 800-419-0287.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line. But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
They were best friends, inseparable, in fact, until the day Miguel died. Every day his friend visited Miguel's grave. Rain, wind, weekends, holidays, every day. Miguel's closest friend, Capitan, his German Shepherd, is a symbol of loyalty to which we can all aspire. Loyalty. Pass it on from PassItOn.com.
We are AFGE, the American Federation of Government Employees. We represent 700,000 federal and D.C. government workers who are the vital threads of the fabric of American life. We support our nation's military. We take care of our nation's veterans. We protect our nation's borders. We respond to our nation's crises and natural disasters. We provide services to our nation's seniors. The American Federation of Government Employees. We work for America.
We are AFGE, the American Federation of Government Employees. We represent 700,000 federal and D.C. government workers who are the vital threads of the fabric of American life. We support our nation's military. We take care of our nation's veterans. We protect our nation's borders. We respond to our nation's crises and natural disasters. We provide services to our nation's seniors. The American Federation of Government Employees. We work for America.
And welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the Valley and the talk of the town, broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you, the Fox River Valley area. Yes, we hope that you are having a pop-tastic time. Maybe you want to add a little pop into your life, right? It is National Popcorn Day today, recognized today, on this day, on the 19th of January, 2026. On January 19th today, it is National Popcorn Day, popping onto the scene with a crunch we all love to enjoy. The annual celebration recognizes a treat that satisfies the munchies day or night. It is also considered a healthier option as well, too, for folks out there who maybe want to nibble on something good, and you can get some good options. You can get some good choices when it comes to popcorn. Now, this is a very time-honored snack, can be sweet or savory, caramelized, buttered, or plain, molded into a candied ball, and a whole lot of other ways that popcorn's made and used in different ingredients. However, it's enjoyed on National Popcorn Day today. Now, a little bit of history here before we hop into some of the weird popcorn flavors and some good ones that you can even try out at a local business here in the Fox River Valley. The word corn in Old English means grain, or more specifically, the most prominent grain grown in a region. When Native Americans introduced their most common grain, maize, to early Europeans, they aptly applied the word corn. Now, as early as the 16th century, the Aztecs used popcorn in headdresses worn during ceremonies honoring Tlaloc, their god of maize and fertility. Early Spanish explorers were fascinated by the corn that burst into what looked like a white flower, right? It pops. Popcorn started becoming popular in the United States around the mid-1800s. It wasn't until Charles Creters, a candy store owner, developed a machine for popping corn with steam, and that tasty treat became more abundantly poppable. By 1900, he had horse-drawn popcorn wagons going throughout the streets of Chicago. How cool is that? I'm sure that my ancestors that lived in Chicago might have had a couple, little bags of popcorn in their lifetime, multiples, I'm sure, and enjoying them too, walking down the streets of Chicago. Very cool. I like to visualize it. It's about the same time Louise Ruckheim added peanuts and molasses to popcorn to bring Cracker Jack to the world, another good treat to enjoy. Then in 1908, the national anthem of baseball was born. Jack Northwark and Albert von Tilzer wrote, "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." From that point onward, popcorn, specifically Cracker Jack, became forever married to the game. How cool is that? Now, my grandpa Jack grew up in Chicago as a kid, and my dad recalls him saying, "I used to go to the games. They used to go to the ball games. I'm sure, used to get Cracker Jack, popcorn, things like that. Going to those Chicago ball games back in the 1910s, 1920s. fun activities. That's cool to think about. So lots of rich history there. But yes, it is National Popcorn Day today. So how do you celebrate? Enjoy some popcorn, however you might like to enjoy. Maybe you like Skinny Pop. Skinny Pop is good. Maybe you like it with a little bit of butter or maybe lots of butter. I like the lots of butter on there too. Maybe you like it extra salted. Maybe you like it with oil. So like a canola oil is good. Some people have it there too, which is good. I've had that before. Now, what are some weird popcorn tastings and toppings that people have enjoyed? Well, there is something called Old Bay seasoning. Maybe you know this for seafood, poultry, salads, and meats. They've been around for a while, but Old Bay is something that's someone has tried out before, at least on this Spoon University article here. Yes, people have put Old Bay seasoning on there. Cream cheese is another flavoring and choice to enjoy while eating popcorn. Olive oil and black pepper is another one. Chili sauce. Maybe you like to add a little spice and a chili sauce on there. There's also nutritional yeast, and Parmesan is another one that people have tried out before. Reese's Pieces on popcorn. Melted together. That sounds pretty good. Hot chocolate. Yes. You can even put hot chocolate on the popcorn. Ranch dressing is another one. I've heard people, they have the ranch dressing seasoning that you can enjoy. Olive oil, rice vinegar, salt, and cayenne peppers are something else that people have enjoyed too. So, yes, there's many different options out there when it comes to some of those interesting flavors. But we also want to recognize those local businesses in the Fox River Valley area, including Mama Lee's Gourmet Popcorn. They offer that specialty popcorn, and they're located at the Edward Shock Center at the Commerce Building at 100 Symphony Way. So if you want to give them a try, they're pretty delicious, if I do say so myself. And you can also taste their different flavors. Now, what that means, of course, is if you're not familiar with this, which I know many of you are, they have some interesting flavors. Not just Yield Standard, but they've got pizza flavored. Yes. And they have updated their website to add some of those pictures. They're AI pictures, I can tell there. But that makes it more fun. Yes, it does. Pumpkin spice, you can get some of those. Pina colada flavored popcorn. I have had their pina colada flavored popcorn before. I think it's very good. It's refreshing. Makes you feel like you want to eat some popcorn on the beach on a vacation. Peanut butter and jelly popcorn. They've got it there too. If you like an orange and strawberry crush, have it in popcorn flavor. Mama's Wild Side includes a little bit more of that kick to it. Maybe you even like orange, right? And even looking at this picture of this single popcorn here, almost looks like orange chicken, kind of. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is another one that they have that is a popcorn flavor. You can even do a dill pickle one. I've had that before. It's pretty good. Now, if you want to try something a little sweet, they offer dreamsicle flavored cookies and cream. They have sriracha for a little bit of spice. Even just a classical butter pop. If you like cheesy jalapeno, that's available too. Cheddar pretzel, buffalo. And yes, Reese's is on that list too. So you heard me talking about that weird flavor of Reese's. You can get it here at Mama Lee's Gourmet Popcorn. They even have sea salt and black pepper, sour cream and onion, spicy trio, strawberry banana, truffle sea salt, and the list goes on and on. Birthday cake. Yes, birthday cake flavored popcorn. So if you want, popcorn at the movies, but you're celebrating someone's birthday, why not with some birthday cake popcorn? They got banana split. Oh my goodness. And the list still goes on and on. I'm telling you, this is a long list here. Cheddar bacon. Oh, so good. I've had their cheddar bacon ones before. So the ones I've had from Mama Lee's, I know is the cheddar bacon I've had before. I've had that pickle one before. Maybe I've had the birthday cake one. I'm not quite sure. I've had the traditional caramel. Maybe cheddar pretzel was another one I had, but I know I've had a couple different flavors. I think I've had the cinnamon toast crunch one as well. So they've got a lot of good options there, and it is locally here in the Fox River Valley area, right in Elgin. You can shop for your favorite flavor. Check them out for more information. They do also offer gift cards too. So if you want to gift someone a gift card, it's a pop-tastic time to do that, especially on today's National Popcorn Day. I'm not quite sure. Are they open at Mama Lee's today? I'm going to have to double check. You can find them. Yeah, it says MLK Jr. might affect those hours there. But you can also follow them on Facebook. They're also on Facebook too. I know that they are usually also featured at Nightmare on Chicago Street. So good place to go to. Lovely people. You don't want to miss out on that pop-tastic time to enjoy some good popcorn on this National Popcorn Day. A couple other places that you can go to. There's one in Geneva, Colonel's Gourmet Popcorn. You can find that in Geneva, Naperville, or Sycamore. There's also the Little Popcorn Store, which is really cute. You can find that. That's located in Wheaton, Illinois. So a couple other places that offer some of those good options when it comes to popcorn on National Popcorn Day. Hey, maybe you have a popcorn maker you're looking to sell. Coming up next is Tradio. Feel free to call us today at 847-931-1410. We'll be back with more in just a bit.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby, brought to you by RainX.
Illinois State Police are assisting with the death investigation in Cairo. Authorities say a 48-year-old woman was found deceased inside of a home on Elm Street Saturday. The Crime Scene Investigations Unit and Division of Criminal Investigation were called in to help Cairo police. No additional details have been released and the investigation remains ongoing. More than 1.7 million Illinois adults could soon have their nonviolent criminal records sealed automatically. Governor J.B. Pritzker has signed the Clean Slate Act, which streamlines the sealing process without requiring individuals to apply. Supporters say the law removes barriers to jobs and housing while serious violent crimes remain ineligible. Illinois county clerks warn new Postal Service rules could delay mail-in ballots in the 2026 election. Voters are urged to mail ballots at least 1 week before Election Day, as postmark timing may no longer reflect when ballots are sent.
I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
With Fidelity Wealth Management, a dedicated advisor gets to know you and your goals to build a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Backed by a team of specialists, they'll analyze all your accounts, even the ones they don't manage, to keep an eye on taxes and provide proactive portfolio insights that can help you unlock your wealth's full potential. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE SIPC.
Progressive's accident response can detect and send help when you need it most after a major car accident. But other accidents, you're on your own. Like when you accidentally call your wife Mom. When you accidentally say Happy Holidays on someone's birthday. When you accidentally wave at someone you thought was waving at you. We can't help with those accidents, but Progressive's accident response provides peace of mind after major car accidents. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Limited availability in California. Driver is responsible for emergency and towing charges not covered by the policy.
Before the weather gets too cold, it's time to finish up those outdoor jobs. That's why ComEd wants you to know that electricity can jump from a power line to you and to the tools you're using. So maintain a safe distance from any power lines. You can also call ComEd at 1-800-EDISON-1 to have those power lines de-energized the next time you do any work around them. Stay smart, stay safe, stay back. ComEd, powering lives.
What's the best way to get rid of a timeshare that you don't want? Call the Timeshare Exit Hotline. We're a group of attorneys that help customers legally exit their timeshares. It's an easy process. We guarantee results or you pay nothing. Exit your timeshare today. Call now.
800-890-5957. 800-890-5957. That's 800-890-5957.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast.
Brought to you by Chick-fil-A.
This afternoon, areas of blowing snow and isolated snow showers with mostly sunny skies and a high near 5. Tonight, intermittent snow showers before 2 a.m., mostly cloudy with a low around 0, and temperatures rising to around 2 overnight. Tomorrow, sunny with a high near 20. Currently, it is 5 degrees and partly cloudy. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
And welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN. We've got a hey, just a simple hey from a user by the name of Traxton Scale. Thanks so much for tuning in today, sir, or whoever you might be. I shouldn't assume. Thank you for tuning in today. I greatly appreciate it. We hope that you're staying warm if you are in a colder climate, like here in Illinois, and we know it, the weather gets very funky at times, but that's expected, of course. So we hope you're staying warm out there, folks, everyone that's tuning in, everyone that's listening in here to WRMN, and just in general. So thanks again for tuning in today and being a part of the conversation with us. Out to Lunch is sponsored by St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin. Get back to doing what you love with expert orthopedic and spine care at St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin. From advanced surgery to personalized rehab, they make sure that their specialists are with you throughout your care journey. St. Joseph Hospital, now a proud member of Prime Healthcare, they're here to keep you moving. Schedule your appointment today by calling 847-931-5525 or visit stjosephelgin.com. So thank you to St. Joseph Hospital for sponsoring today's show, Out to Lunch. We're also in our Tradio segment, so if you are looking to buy, sell, trade, and or announce to the Fox River Valley area, now's the time to call into the station number here at 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410. If you have something that's got to go, post it here on Tradio. We've got some great options here for you to tune into. And maybe you've got an old radio that you want to give to someone. Maybe you've got a knick-knack, something like that. It could be whatever, really. Make sure to call them. Let them know. We do advise not to give out addresses unless you are certain, like it's a garage sale or something. It's not the garage sale season yet, though. Definitely not in this cold weather. Maybe an estate sale. Hey, you've got an estate sale that's coming up, though, too. That still goes on during this time. Reach out to us, 847-931-1410. Or you can also text us at 505-926-1410. So who do we have recently that called in? We've got Gary. Gary here's looking for a typewriter. The really cool ones from the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. The black ones. They've got the real, they got the nice keys on there. You type it. It makes you feel all official and old-fashioned. Makes you feel like, I feel like if I had one like that, and I would love to have one someday, just to play around with, even for fun, a little decoration. Not like a huge one, but a little smaller one. And he's looking for a portable one with the case, by the way, too, in the color black. I feel like almost like a detective or something. In the series of unfortunate events, Jim Carrey movie, Lemony Snicket has a typewriter that he uses, and I was always fascinated with that growing up. So I'd love to have one. It's pretty cool. And so he's looking for one, a portable one with the case. If anyone's got one, feel free to reach out to him today. And that number is 847-372-8083. So again, that's 847-372-8083 is that number to dial. Another Tradio caller here. This is Greg looking for bicycles, late 1800s to the 1970s, parts, pieces, and or accessories. They can be in any condition. He's also looking for vintage Omega watches, men's and women's watches, and diver style watches. He's a collector, not a dealer, so he'll pay a fair price for that too. And hey, Greg, I've got also, I don't know if I have any Omega watches. I know I do have some watches that I don't really wear anymore. They don't work, or they just need a battery. I got them from like the flea market and stuff. I have like these ones that I wear just for style and stuff, but I might have a couple maybe that you might be interested in, Greg. So feel free to reach out to me. You can email me too if you'd like. If you've got my number, you know it, but you can also email me too, matt@WRMN1410.com. I do have a couple watches I don't use anymore. So if you are interested, feel free to reach out to me. I don't know if any of them are diver style watches or I'll have to take a look and see, but, I'll let you know for sure though. But yeah, Greg, if you're listening in, let me know if you might be interested. Reach out to me, 'cause I think I've got a couple. I'll have to look through my, my little box, my little trinket box of stuff in my room. So, but, he's also looking for old gas tether cars. He's looking for old racing go-karts. His son is looking for, Pokemon cards. He's also looking to add extra pieces for a Shuko Disney monorail toy. And then he is selling 2 Lionel Pioneer Zephyrs with the shiny chrome on them. Excellent condition. They're 4 feet long. He's got that Goose Island bicycle. It's a Schwinn 312. Runs very good for $99. And then he also does have that Hamilton Beach 3-head milkshake maker. It's in the color ivory. Comes with 3 cups, $425. And then he also does have a Bailey blue hat for sale. And it does come with the box too. So if you're interested, reach out to Greg today. That number is 847-962-6033. That's 847-962-6033. And finally, we have Jeff. He's looking for trains, parts for trains, the cars, any train memorabilia. He loves all that great stuff too. And he's pretty well skilled when it comes to building the sets and setting them up also. He's also looking for model railroad items, including the buildings, the characters, benches, lampposts, all those cool things. So reach out to him today. That's 630-251-2956. That's 630-251-2956. That's the number. So those are the Tradio callers. Folks, excuse me, I apologize. Feel free to call in today at 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410. You've got something you want to get rid of, let us know. Now's the time to do so. I'm on here until 1 o'clock. Let's see what else is going on here locally in the area. South Elgin and Countryside Fire Protection District recently made a post a little bit about hypothermia and frostbite, so those signs and symptoms. So I wanted to share that with you and talk to you a little bit about this. So as we know it, it's very cold outside, right? Cold weather can be very dangerous, especially if you're not prepared. So they did provide you this list on the community, this list on what it is. So frostbite, includes symptoms of redness or pain in any skin area. It might be the first sign of frostbite. Other signs include a white or grayish yellow skin area, as well as skin that feels usually firm or very waxy is another one, and also numbness. And then there's also hypothermia, which includes shivering for adults, exhaustion, fumbling hands, drowsiness, slurred speech, memory loss or confusion, and in infants, bright red, cold skin, very low energy. So if a person's temperature is below 95 degrees, get medical attention immediately. So that's just a way to keep you in tune with that. If you do need a place to stay warm, you can call this number. It's 211, and you can find a local place to warm up. So again, that number is just 211. You need a place to warm up. Maybe your car's heater is broken. You got a place to warm up. You got to pull aside, sit somewhere to say, hey, I got to find a place. Gailborden Library is a great place to warm up. They are open today. I know a couple other libraries are closed that are good warming centers because it's an MLK Junior holiday today. But again, Gailborden Library is open if you want to go there. You can also go to canehealth.com to check out other local places for warming locations. They also do act as cooling locations. I've talked about this before. Check it out. That's at Kane County Health. And they also do include some other local areas too. Good way to view a place to stay at if you really need to warm up. Please don't hesitate to warm up. There are some public places. Some churches also do allow it too. Taking a look here, we are approaching 44 past the hour. So what we'll do is we'll take our quick timeout here, our final timeout for this Out to Lunch segment and for Out to Lunch the show today. When we come back, we'll just talk more about what are some other upcoming events that are locally in the area. We've got some business after-hour events coming up by the Chamber of Commerce. I'll talk a little bit about that. The Geneva Chamber of, the St. Charles Geneva of Commerce. Chamber of Commerce has some things that are coming up too. We'll talk a little bit about that. Ways that you can sign up for Elgin Area's monthly newsletter and more things. So we'll talk about that and more coming up in just a little bit. Stay tuned. You are listening to Out to Lunch.
Looking to buy or sell a home in Chicagoland? Need trusted legal help with real estate, evictions, or estate planning? Turn to Guthrie & Brady, the happy lawyers serving the greater Chicago area since 1965. With over 50 years of experience, they handle titles and deeds, foreclosures, landlord-tenant issues, wills, trusts, and more. Appointments available evenings or weekends at their Roselle office or right in your home. Call Guthrie and Brady now at 847-524-1215. That's 847-524-1215. Or visit gnblegal.com. Guthrie and Brady, personal, professional, affordable legal services for all of Chicagoland. The happy lawyers since 1965. That's gnblegal.com. Or 847-524-1215. Guthrie and Brady, trusted legal help made easy, fast, affordable, and experienced. Call today.
My mom has taken up going to the park to practice yoga.
My dad's going to a club, but not a book club, a salsa club.
Finding new hobbies comes with age.
My mom has started getting lost and not knowing where she's going.
Becoming lost or disoriented doesn't. Confusion with time or place may be a sign of Alzheimer's. An early diagnosis can help improve the quality of life for your loved one. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Before the weather gets too cold, it's time to finish up those outdoor jobs. That's why ComEd wants you to know that electricity can jump from a power line to you and to the tools you're using. So maintain a safe distance from any power lines. You can also call ComEd at 1-800-EDISON-1 to have those power lines de-energized the next time you do any work around them. Stay smart, stay safe, stay back. ComEd, powering lives.
Hi there, Tammy Scully here from Talk Time with Tammy and Friends. Join me and my sidekicks Nancy and Becky for valuable lifestyle tips and unique views and insights on interesting topics and everyday situations, providing nonstop fun and chuckles for all. Get the scoop on consumer news, deep dive on current events, and learn about the newest economic trends, from exercise and gardening to music, travel, recipes, sports, pets, real estate, media, and everything in between. And it's all sprinkled with a healthy helping of bad dad jokes and interesting fun facts to boot. Tune in Mondays through Thursdays from 2 to 4 p.m. for a little fun, frolic, and infotainment. Join us, won't you?
Welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN. We've got about 11 or so minutes left here of Out to Lunch. So stay tuned if you want to listen to what's coming up here in the Fox River Valley area. Some great events are coming around the corner here, and you don't want to miss out on these great opportunities to enjoy them. Supporting those local businesses, organizations, even some local tourism that you can enjoy. Geneva Chamber of Commerce and Tourism is telling folks to check out Geneva's Restaurant Week. Last Friday, we had Alisa and Michael on with us to talk about this. So you can enjoy these Restaurant Week specials at Coffee Cones and Cabernet, and they're going to be having a Dine on the Nines, which includes their $9.99 hot chocolate flight, or you can even do a martini flight too. Coffee, Cones, and Cabarets located on South 3rd Street in downtown Geneva, beautiful downtown Geneva. 2 flights, endless vibes. Don't miss out during Geneva's Restaurant Week starting tomorrow. Tomorrow is that day that it's going to be starting. You can view all the participating restaurants at genevachamber.com for more information. So don't miss out on these great opportunities to check out these local businesses and enjoy their delicious food. So I'm sorry, it's already started. I was thinking of the other one. Aurora's Restaurant Week starts tomorrow. This started on the 17th, and it's still going on right now. So that's for Geneva's Restaurant Week. You can sign up for Explore Elgin Area's monthly newsletter to learn about some upcoming events, blogs, and everything Elgin related. You can also just go to exploreelginarea.com, view all the fun things that are coming up. Tomorrow, it's the Music Salon, Music Appreciation with acclaimed composer and music researcher Kim Kendros. You can enjoy dynamic, enjoyable, and high informative presentations on some of the great performers and their music. Now, you can register at attend.gailborden.info/events page, and it's going to be at the main library, Meadows Community Rooms, ABC. It's January 20th tomorrow from 1 until 2 p.m. Some other things coming up here in Elgin. If we go to exploreelginarea.com, karaoke at the Dive Bar is a great way to enjoy some Tipsy Tuesday specials. They're open until 2 a.m. every Tuesday night, starting at 8. You can also enjoy the 4-part discussion series. The MLK Jr. second one of 4 is coming up on the 21st. So that one you can enjoy. It's the Gail Borden Public Library. It's their main branch. The Centro de Información has their Building Financial Confidence Workshop. That's coming up there, and that will be on Thursday, the 22nd. That starts at 5, and it runs until 6 p.m. That's when it'll be. Emmett's West Dundee, great burgers there, let me tell you, very good. They have their Winter Brewmaster Dinner at Emmett's in West Dundee. You can join them for an unforgettable evening of craft beer, curated dinner. Their brewmaster is bringing out unique seasonal favorites, expertly paired with the planned courses. It's $85 per person. It includes 5 courses, 4 beers, and a beer reception. It's going to be a fun time. They're going to be having some Kolsch Autopilot Pale Ale and Scotch Ale that you can enjoy. And they still do have available their Winter 2026 menu. And now, again, this is $85 per person. It's a 5-course meal. So the first course that you get is their pan-seared black cod. Second course includes their butternut squash soup. Third is their cranberry lime mule sorbet. Fourth is their black sesame peppercorn crusted beef sirloin. And then finally, top it off with some delicious Napoleon cake and barley wine. That's the 5 courses, 4 beers, and a brewery tour. And that's $85 per person. Beer reception starts at 6:30, and that's coming up at Emmett's in West Dundee. Very good place. You can join in cooking with Carlos at the Woodlands in Canterfield, in West Dundee. You can learn to make scones from scratch. Cooking with Carlos at Woodlands will be joining in Carlos Perez for a hands-on demonstration on the famous Franciscan scone. You can also enjoy herbal teas as Chef Carlos guides you to step-by-step in creating this treat that's very special to anyone who might enjoy it. At the end, you'll take home your freshly baked scone along with their original recipe to recreate it any time that you would like. So very nice. That's coming up. American Grand's 31st performance is going to be at the Elgin Community College Arts Center. That's coming up this Saturday at 4 p.m. You can get those tickets available on their website. Lots of other great local performances will also be featured as well. We'll talk more about that on our Wing Wednesday edition of Out to Lunch. Wings Wednesday. That means the wings of the stage, the left and the right side of the wings, what's behind stage, behind the scenes, right? We like to talk about what's going on with those local theater performances. So that's coming up on Wednesdays. It's the Wings Wednesday segments that I like to talk about towards the tail end here. Usually around this time is when I talk about those local performances that you can go to and what's happening. Any signups that are coming up, different registrations for performances, days of callbacks, and more like things like that too. Let's see what else is going on here. If you do take a little look into the February side of things, on Valentine's Day, the Elgin Symphony Orchestra has something, a surprise for your Valentine. You can join them for an elegant evening featuring curated cocktails and a chef-designed gourmet dinner, followed by live music. It's featuring Broadway star Sean Doherty, and performing favorite romantic songs. And it also includes an ensemble from the Elgin Symphony Orchestra. Now, this is going to be a fun event to go to. It's going to be in Wayne, Illinois. It's at the Dunham Woods Riding Club. It's at 33W333 Army Trail Road. Cocktail hours at 6 p.m., prefix dinner at 7, entertainment immediately following dinner. Tickets are $200 per person, limited availability. Check it out for more information. It is a gourmet event to go to. So check it out. The Elgin Symphony Orchestra posted it, reposted by the Explore Elgin area. So there's lots of fun things that you can enjoy. Keep up to date on the social media sites and more. And that's all on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, a lot of cool sites. Also coming up in February too, St. Charles Area Chamber of Commerce has their Business After Hours event. This is a First Mid Bank and Trust. It's their February Business After Hours events. Free to attend, registration is required. That's coming up February 19th. That's on a Thursday from 4:30 until 6:30 p.m. So sounds like a good time for people to enjoy and meet up with lots of really great local organizations too. We still have a couple minutes left here. Don't forget, we're also still taking those Tradio calls too. It looks like we do have a caller on hold, so let's take it to the phone lines. Hi there, caller. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you for taking my call.
Of course.
I have a car for sale. It's a 2009 Toyota Corolla Model S. S is in Sam. It's a 5-speed, great condition car. I'm looking for $5,000 or best offer. The car is in Elmhurst, and I'm at area code 312-296-4223.
312-296-4223.
Correct.
All right, perfect. Toyota Corolla, and this is a Model S car.
Yes. 5-speed manual transmission. It's a very, very good car. Very, very well taken care of. If you call me or you could text me, and if you need pictures, I'd be glad to send them. Cars in Elmhurst, $5,000 or best offer.
All right, sounds good. I appreciate you calling in. Thanks so much. We'll pass that message along.
Thank you, Matt.
Of course. Bye-bye now. All right, we've got Tradio caller number 1 for the day today, and we'll finish up here by talking about what he has for sale. He has a car for sale. It's a 2009 Toyota Corolla, and it is a Model S. It's 5-speed manual transmission. It's in great condition. The asking price is $5,000 or best offer. So if you are looking for a car like this, he's got it for you. He's located in Elmhurst. Please feel free to reach out to him today at 312-296-4223. That's 312-296-4223. This wraps it up here for Out to Lunch here on WRMN AM 1410. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Up next, we have What's Cooking Today with Michael Horn. We hope you enjoy the rest of your morning and now afternoon and the rest of your day. Stay nice and warm. And, of course, if anything, be kind. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Also, Steve Thorin has his really cool setup of typewriters, so I wanted to show that. Take care, guys.